What if I told you that your age is the real cause of your declining energy, sleep quality, and even morning firmness? What if, after all these years, your body was lacking only one vitamin, and taking it tonight might restore everything? With just one easy nightly routine, I've witnessed men in their 60s and 70s restore their strength, confidence, and passion. Stay with me if you believe you are too old to experience youth again, because you could be surprised by what you're about to discover. As a men's health expert with more than 30 years of expertise, I'm Dr. Moit Cara. I assist older men naturally restore their vitality, testosterone, and quality of life. I've spent decades researching how the male body ages and, more significantly, how it can still bounce back with the correct care. This is the odd paradox. The majority of men over 60 exercise, eat healthily, and take several medications. They still feel helpless, tired, and insomniac, nevertheless. In actuality, energy drinks and pricey medications don't have the very thing they're lacking. To restore deep, restorative sleep and testosterone, your body needs this one basic mineral. By taking just one vitamin before bed, you allow your body to repair itself from within. Naturally, your manhood returns as your energy levels increase and your thinking becomes clearer. I'll explain what this vitamin is, when to take it, and why it could drastically change your mood by tomorrow morning in the next few minutes. Remain with me. To ensure you don't miss another men's health tip that will help you feel stronger, sleep better, and perform better at any age, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell before we start. Type 1 in the comments if you're prepared to begin tonight. Type 0 and let me know what you want to learn next if you want me to make future videos better. Let's now discuss what actually occurs in your body after the age of 60. Since it's not your age, but a silent deficiency that steals your strength every night, you must first comprehend the real source of your declining energy, sleep, and morning vitality before you can address the issue. 1. The true cause of your restlessness and weakness. Men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who are my patients frequently look at me with the same weary eyes and tell me, "Doctor, I just don't feel like myself anymore," as we sit across from each other. They describe how they wake up feeling worn out, how their energy wanes midway through the day, and how their consistent morning hardness has changed or vanished completely. And nearly all of them believe it to be just old age. But the truth is much more promising and much more illuminating, my buddy. A man's body starts to subtly change after the age of 40. The hormone that gives you energy, self-esteem, and sexual performance, testosterone, begins to decrease by 1 to 2% a year. You might have lost almost half of what you had in your prime by the time you're 60. But after studying men's health for decades, I've found this. The issue isn't primarily caused by low testosterone. It's a sign. The true problem lies deeper in the body's capacity to recuperate, renew, and rest every night while you sleep. You see, your body creates the chemicals that regulate your strength, recuperation, and sexual drive while you're in deep sleep, the kind of sleep you may hardly remember experiencing. Your brain detoxes, your muscles repair, and your testicles get the signal to make testosterone during those peaceful hours. However, those periods of deep sleep become lighter and shorter as men age. You can't sleep again, so you toss and turn, wake up to go to the bathroom, or just look at the ceiling. Your body misses another chance to heal itself every night. The spiral starts at that point. Insufficient sleep lowers testosterone levels. Your sleep is further weakened by low testosterone. The following day, you feel exhausted, distracted, and less assured in all facets of your life. Your energy, your mood, and your manhood are gradually undermined by this cycle until you start to think that this is the natural way that aging feels. However, it isn't. I have witnessed men completely break this cycle and reclaim what they believed was lost forever. Because your age isn't the issue, it's because your body is lacking a vital nutrient that it needs to get into that deep healing state each night. When you swap it out, everything is different. Your vitality, your sorrow, your rest, and even your self-assurance in the morning. And I'm going to show you just that next. 2. A 67-year-old man called Robert was one of my patients, and I will always remember the hidden nutrient deficiency that underlies it all. He arrived at my office exhausted and irate. He tried vitamins, energy boosters, and testosterone gels, but none of them appeared to help. "I'm doing everything right, Doc. Clean eating, walking every morning, reducing my alcohol intake, but I still feel exhausted," he stated. "What's the matter with me?" "It's not what you're doing wrong, Robert," I recall telling him as I looked at him. "It's the thing your body is lacking." Magnesium is the missing component for Robert and millions of guys his age. It's neither a novel finding nor a fashionable supplement. It's one of the most vital elements your body needs for more than 300 processes, including hormone and energy production, blood pressure regulation, and muscle contractions. However, around 75% of men over 50 are lacking. What about the symptoms? They imitate the aging process: weaker erections, poor circulation, restless sleep, and low energy. Why is everyone running so low on such a fundamental item? Because we can't replenish it as quickly as modern life does. The soil that formerly produced food high in magnesium is now depleted. It is drained from your system by medications such as diuretics, blood pressure medications, and acid reflux tablets. And what little magnesium you have left is burned away by ongoing tension, the kind that every older man understands all too well. Therefore, your body is silently starving for this mineral every night, even if you believe you are eating healthily or taking a multivitamin. Your body cannot relax if you don't get enough magnesium. The smooth circulation that keeps your heart strong and your manhood alive is cut off when your blood vessels narrow, your muscles remain taut, and your mind remains restless. Your body never really relaxes, so even though you go to bed exhausted, you wake up feeling just as exhausted, or perhaps worse. This deficit eventually gives the appearance of aging, but it's really just your body attempting to operate without one of its most important building blocks. Amazing things happened when I adjusted Robert's magnesium levels. He was getting deeper sleep in 2 weeks. He regained his vitality after a month. "I wake up ready again, Doc," he added with a smile by the second month, and I've witnessed that tale recur innumerable times. How does magnesium fix all of this, one would wonder? What's going on within your body that gives this particular mineral its potency? Next, let's discover that. 3. Few know about the hormone-sleep connection. When I discuss testosterone with my patients, most of them assume that their bodies make it while they are awake, active, and moving around during the day. However, most guys are unaware of this. The sun doesn't rise to reveal the true magic. It takes place when your body goes into deep, healing slumber while you're asleep, in the peaceful darkness of the night. At that point, your brain sends a strong signal to your testicles to begin producing testosterone through the release of a hormone known as luteinizing hormone. However, the signal is never transmitted if you're not getting enough sleep. I recall Frank, a 72-year-old retired teacher who was one of my long-term patients. "Doctor, I have no trouble falling asleep, but I wake up every couple of hours," he said. "The last time I slept through the night and woke up feeling energized is long gone." I'll tell you what I told him. Your body's chance to rebuild its manhood from the inside out is lost every night when you don't get enough deep sleep. The production of testosterone, blood vessel repair, and nervous system reset all occur during deep sleep. Without it, your mood deteriorates, your muscles deteriorate, and your energy levels decline, even if everything else is going well. The secret to unlocking this process is magnesium. It aids in the activation of GABA, a neurotransmitter that calms your mind and enables your body to enter the deep sleep stages during which testosterone is produced. Your body remains stiff, your brain remains alert, and your sleep remains shallow if you don't get enough of it. That eventually results in more than simply weariness. Hormonal breakdown results. You feel dreary, uninspired, and disengaged from your body when you wake up. You may even begin to think that this is what aging is all about, but it's not. It's just the result of persistently disrupting your sleep, which in turn affects your testosterone levels. Men tell me the same thing when their magnesium levels are eventually restored. I slept, Doc, for the first time in years. Energy, concentration, and a natural return to firmness in the morning are all benefits of that sleep, because your hormones follow when you get back to deep sleep. This is where the majority of men still make mistakes. They require more than simply magnesium. They require the appropriate type, dosage, and timing. The next thing I'll show you is that. 4. Magnesium, the power of one vitamin. I've witnessed men spend thousands of dollars trying to solve complex problems: energy enhancers, sleeping medications, and testosterone injections, all attempting to correct what a single vitamin could have accomplished on its own. Magnesium isn't really noticeable. It isn't promoted as a panacea. I have, however, repeatedly seen it subtly reconstruct a man's life from the inside out. I was astounded by its strength when I initially began researching its effects, until I personally witnessed the outcomes. Magnesium's ability to affect multiple bodily parts is what makes it so remarkable. It brings equilibrium back to all the things that give you a sense of manhood. By reducing the protein that binds it up and renders it inactive, it first increases your free testosterone, which is the form your body actually uses. Your strength, drive, and recuperation will all improve as a result of having more usable testosterone in your blood. Second, by raising GABA, the brain's natural relaxation neurotransmitter, magnesium soothes your nervous system. Your body can then fall into the deep, restorative sleep it has been longing for when your mind finally calms and your muscles relax. Third, because magnesium relaxes blood vessels, oxygen-rich blood may readily flow to all parts of your body that depend on healthy circulation, including your most private places. This includes your heart and muscles. Something amazing occurs when these three effects combine. You begin to experience emotional and physical changes. You are rested when you wake up, your confidence is restored, your intellect is sharper, and that subtle spark of vigor that you thought had vanished suddenly resurfaces. Men in their 70s have told me that they feel as though they had turned back time by 20 years. They get a good night's sleep, wake up feeling powerful, and face the day with a constant sense of peace and strength. Magnesium revitalizes, not just repairs. It restores balance to your body, as nature intended. Here's the catch, though. The majority of guys are taking the incorrect type of magnesium without even realizing it. The type you select can make the difference between feeling nothing and improving your health. Let me tell you which types are effective and which you should absolutely avoid before you run out to get a bottle. 5. The incorrect versus correct forms of magnesium. I can't even begin to count the number of guys who have approached me and said, "Doctor, I tried magnesium before, but it didn't work." I always know exactly what happened when I hear that. They assumed that all magnesium was the same, so they went to the drugstore, chose the cheapest bottle, and were mistaken. In actuality, the majority of forms seen in retailers are essentially worthless. Without being metabolized, they simply flow through your system, leaving you perplexed as to why nothing changed. Knowing what type of magnesium your body can use is the difference between failure and transformation. Allow me to share a story with you about Alan, one of my patients who has been dealing with insomnia and persistent exhaustion. The most popular and least expensive kind was magnesium oxide, which he was taking. The issue? About 4% of it is absorbed, which means that 96% of it is literally wasted. Even worse, it frequently results in upset stomach and diarrhea, which makes regular use problematic. Everything changed when I moved him to magnesium glycinate. For the first time in years, he was sleeping through the night within a week. He regained his vitality. "Doc," he continued, "I had no idea that a single, minor adjustment could have such a profound impact. One of the most absorbable forms of magnesium that is also kind to your stomach is magnesium glycinate. It is ideal for males who wish to have a good night's sleep and wake up feeling powerful because it is bound to glycine, an amino acid that encourages serenity and deeper sleep. Magnesium threonate, often known as magnesium threonate, is another noteworthy type. It is the only type that can pass across the blood-brain barrier, enhancing memory and mental clarity in addition to sleep. Many of my patients swear they've never felt more balanced or alert, but it's more costly. However, other forms, such as magnesium citrate, have laxative properties. They can aid in digestion, but they will have you rushing to the bathroom all night, which is not what you want right before bed. Use magnesium glycinate, or threonate, if you want to improve your sleep, performance, and vitality. They are the ones that actually produce tangible outcomes. Knowing which kinds are effective now raises the matter of timing, as taking the wrong kind of magnesium at the wrong time can negate its benefits. Let's discuss the precise regimen I follow with my patients, including when to take it, how much to take, and what to avoid for optimal effects. 6. The doctor's protocol: dosage, timing, and routine. I've discovered over the years that taking the right supplements isn't the only way to be successful with magnesium. How and when you take it will determine the outcome. Many of my patients have taken the correct vitamin, but because they took it improperly or at the wrong time, they had little to no change. Consistency and timing are crucial. By taking magnesium as prescribed, you are bringing your body into harmony with its natural rhythm, the precise hours that it is meant to use for testosterone production, repair, and restoration. Let me share a story with you about Harold, a 70-year-old veteran who came to me with low energy and insomnia. Despite having a cabinet full of vitamins, none of them were effective. I instructed him to take magnesium glycinate every night, 30 to 60 minutes before bed, and to eliminate all other medications. I clarified that it was important to allow magnesium to do its job while his body was going into deep sleep, rather than during the day when stress and digestion would get in the way. He began with 200 milligrams that evening and gradually rose to 400 over the course of the following week. I slept like a rock by the second week, he added, and I haven't done that in 20 years. I advise all of my patients to do just that. For the first few nights, start with 200 milligrams to give your body time to become used to it. After that, increase to 400 milligrams. If your stomach can handle it, 500 milligrams is the best amount for optimal effects. To aid in absorption and avoid slight stomach distress, always take it with a small snack, such as a slice of cheese or a handful of nuts. Since calcium competes with magnesium and decreases its absorption, avoid taking it with foods or milk that are high in calcium. Most importantly, take it every night at the same time. Routine is what your body thrives on. Your system begins to anticipate magnesium when you give it at a regular time, which improves your hormone rhythm and sleep cycle every night. I frequently advise my patients to take care of their magnesium in the same manner that they would take care of their teeth, which they should do every night. This easy habit becomes second nature in a matter of weeks, and the outcomes are self-evident: greater energy, more restful sleep, and consistent organic vitality that endures throughout the day. However, what really thrills most men is the change they start to observe as the days stretch into weeks, a chronology of rejuvenation that is nothing short of amazing. Next, I'll show you exactly what that looks like. 7. The 30-day transformation timeline. What to expect. I always tell men the same thing when I put them on the magnesium program. Don't make snap judgments. At first, the change occurs in silence. Then, almost without warning, you notice a significant shift. The results are indisputable, but it takes time for the body to restore what has been lost for years. If you're consistent, you'll see this trend repeat itself with hundreds of men, as I have. Most men notice the little things during the first few nights: waking up less, falling asleep a little quicker, and experiencing less restless energy at 2 in the morning. It's genuine, but subtle. Something starts to change by the conclusion of the first week. You awaken feeling surprisingly refreshed, with a clearer head and less grogginess. David, one of my 68-year-old patients, told me, "Doctor, I don't know what's going on, but when I wake up, I feel more alive." That's when your body begins to reset hormone patterns and bring back deep sleep. The difference is noticeable by week 2. Your mood improves, your energy levels increase, and your ability to concentrate improves. You begin to feel like the man you once were, steady, self-assured, and in command. Additionally, many men who haven't felt consistent morning stiffness in years begin to feel it again at this time. It's not luck. That is your testosterone fulfilling its intended function at last. The transformation is finished by week 4. It feels normal for you to sleep deeply. You don't need an alarm clock or coffee to fall asleep and wake up. You no longer have the fog that trailed you around all day. Your strength returns, your body feels lighter, and you start acting differently, displaying calm energy and quiet confidence to others. It's not only a physical change, it's sentimental. You recall the sensation of waking up as a man once more. However, I consistently remind my patients of this fact. If you stop too soon, everything is reset. Magnesium produces results by being consistent rather than quick. Your progress will compound each week if you keep going. Although magnesium on its own can have a profound effect, it can be combined with 2 other essential minerals that complement it to further enhance these benefits. Next, let's discuss it. 8. Advanced Synergy, the ideal nocturnal trio. After establishing a magnesium foundation, the next phase is to establish what I refer to as the nocturnal synergy. Here's where the true optimization starts, combining nutrients that enhance one another's impacts by cooperating like gears in an engine. I've witnessed men who were already feeling better after taking magnesium alone go one step further and reach outcomes they never would have imagined. They slept deeper, had more energy, and felt more vigorous than they had in decades. The key is to combine magnesium with zinc and vitamin D3, 2 of its strongest buddies. Allow me to explain why this combination is so exquisite. The stage is set by magnesium. It increases blood flow, relaxes your muscles, and soothes your neurological system. However, zinc, a mineral that directly supports testosterone production at the cellular level, is also necessary for your body. Your testicles cannot effectively convert cholesterol into testosterone without zinc, so even if you get better sleep, your hormone levels remain low. Combining magnesium and zinc is like turning on a switch that signals your body that it's time to rebuild. The 2 complement each other's effects and absorption in perfect harmony. The morning companion that completes the equation is vitamin D3. Consider vitamin D3 to be the immune system's and testosterone's ignition key. It strengthens bones, improves mood, enhances energy levels, and aids in the proper usage of magnesium by your cells. However, timing is everything. To promote deep sleep and hormone recovery, you take zinc and magnesium before bed. Additionally, you take vitamin D3 with breakfast in the morning, when your skin is naturally exposed to sunlight. This pattern, which includes zinc and magnesium at night and vitamin D3 in the morning, replicates your body's normal hormonal cycle and restores equilibrium. I constantly advise my patients that healthy behaviors cannot be replaced by any medication or dietary supplement. Thus, in addition to these 3, keep your bedroom quiet, dark, and chilly. Steer clear of alcohol right before bed. It depletes your body of magnesium and impairs deep sleep. Something significant occurs when you align these easy actions. Once more, your body begins to operate as it was intended to. Men tell me that they wake up with a consistent energy level that lasts throughout the day, feeling powerful, peaceful, and clear-headed. And that's only the start. Because magnesium offers a host of additional advantages that most men are unaware of while it helps to restore equilibrium. Next, let's examine those. 9. The deeper benefits you'll experience speaking with men who have maintained this straightforward bedtime routine consistently is one of the most fulfilling aspects of my work. They frequently write or contact to let me know how different they feel, not just physically, but also emotionally and cognitively. After years of operating on low power, it's almost as though their entire body awakens. The amazing thing is that the advantages extend well beyond better performance or deeper sleep. Every system in your body starts to function better, more smoothly, and younger once magnesium starts to restore equilibrium. Most men detect a change in their blood pressure initially. By relaxing your arteries, magnesium eases the strain on your heart and permits blood to flow freely. Many of my patients report that, even without significant lifestyle modifications, their blood pressure readings have improved on their own within a few weeks. Then comes the serenity, that emotional stability that men seem to lose as they become older. The hyperactive stress response that keeps your body tense is calmed by magnesium. All of a sudden, you are more patient, less nervous, and less irritable. "Doctor," said the Jim of one of my patients, "it feels like my mind has finally stopped racing." That is a balanced neurological system's power. It will then be felt in your joints and muscles. Your restless legs or excruciating cramps that used to keep you up at night start to go away. After exercise, your body heals more quickly, your stiffness starts to go away, and your recovery gets better. It seems as though your tissues are at last receiving the nutrition and oxygen they have been lacking. Your blood sugar stabilizes on a deeper level. Magnesium improves the way your body uses insulin, shielding you from the weariness and weight gain that frequently appear after the age of 60. And your heart undergoes what may be the most significant transformation of all. Magnesium strengthens the basis of your lifetime by promoting a healthy rhythm and lowering artery inflammation. This change is often described by men as a calm confidence. The sensation of being centered, strong, and steady once more. It's neither a quick fix nor a burst of fake vigor. It's your body's natural rhythm coming back. You get enough sleep, wake up feeling refreshed, move with ease, and think clearly. That's the feeling of true vitality. However, there are a few crucial medical precautions that every male should be aware of before beginning, particularly if you currently have health issues or use medication. To help you do this safely and confidently, let's go over those next. 10. Crucial precautions before you begin. Before you go on your magnesium adventure, I want you to hear me out. Because if you take nutrients recklessly, even the safest ones might turn dangerous. In my experience as a doctor, males tend to overindulge in supplements, but your body doesn't function that way. Despite its strength, magnesium requires deference. It resembles a natural remedy. When utilized properly, it can be incredibly restorative, but if ignored or overdone, it can be dangerous. Do not begin taking magnesium without first consulting your physician if you have kidney disease or any other kidney issues. Your kidneys control the amount of magnesium that remains in your blood, and if they're not working correctly, magnesium levels might rise dangerously, which can cause muscle weakness or an irregular heartbeat. The same is true for men who take antibiotics, diuretics, or drugs for osteoporosis. These may interact with magnesium and change how your body absorbs or uses it. Before combining them, always get advice from your pharmacist or doctor. This cannot be emphasized enough. First and foremost, you must be safe. Start slowly. Even if you're in good health, I constantly tell my patients, rebuilding your stores gradually is the aim, not flooding your system all at once. Start with a lower dosage, roughly 200 milligrams, and work your way up as your body adjusts. Rushing could result in mild stomach discomfort or loose stools. Your body is just adapting. It isn't rejecting magnesium. Give it some time. Keep in mind that your system has probably been operating at low levels for many years. It takes time to heal. Additionally, watch what you take with magnesium. Steer clear of taking it along with high dosages of iron or calcium supplements. They vie with one another for absorption. Rather, take magnesium with a small snack at night and allow it to do its job while you sleep. Additionally, stop and consult your healthcare provider if you experience any unusual symptoms, such as weakness or persistent nausea. By taking these minor safety measures, magnesium will work in your favor rather than against you. You're prepared for the last puzzle piece once you've checked all the boxes and begun safely. How to increase your natural intake of magnesium through diet. Because the effects of the right supplement and diet don't go away after a few weeks, they last a lifetime. Next, let's investigate that. 11. Consuming food that naturally contains magnesium. Supplements are only one part of the puzzle, I always remind men when I teach them how to regain their vitality. Food was created by nature to be the body's primary and most dependable source of nourishment. Actually, you establish a strong, consistent rhythm that keeps your energy, circulation, and hormone production functioning like clockwork when you begin incorporating foods high in magnesium with your nightly supplement. The goal is not to take a pill indefinitely. It's about providing your body with what it has been lacking in the most organic manner. George, a 65-year-old mechanic who was one of my patients, told me he preferred to do things the old-fashioned way. He started eating spinach for dinner every night, replacing quinoa with white bread, and adding a handful of pumpkin seeds to his breakfast. I can feel the difference in my body, he said after a few weeks. I no longer experience energy crashes. That is the advantage of giving your body minerals straight from food. Whole foods contain magnesium, which is absorbed gradually and gently, gradually increasing your stores over time. So where do you begin? Concentrate on foods high in supporting nutrients and magnesium. Some of the best options are dark leafy greens, such as Swiss chard, kale, and spinach. They help oxygenate your blood and are rich in magnesium. Nuts and seeds provide you with good fats that promote heart health and testosterone, particularly cashews, almonds, and pumpkin seeds. Another great source is avocados, which combine potassium, magnesium, and healthy fats to enhance circulation. Don't forget about dark chocolate, which is one of my favorite suggestions. It should have at least 70% cocoa. In addition to satisfying your craving, a small piece after dinner gives your heart a boost of antioxidants and magnesium. Add sardines, mackerel, or salmon for supper. These fatty fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which support brain and artery function, in addition to magnesium. Quinoa, brown rice, and oats are examples of whole grains that make a great addition to your daily diet. Every little adjustment builds up and powers your system from dawn to dusk. By combining these foods with your magnesium supplement at night, you're laying the groundwork for long-term vitality, rather than just reestablishing equilibrium. I want to show you precisely that next. How to combine everything into a single, easy nightly routine that can change your life and health in as little as 30 days. 12. The nightly ritual that gives you energy, strength, and rest. Consistency is the first step in any transformation. I frequently remind my patients that it's what you do every night, not what you do occasionally, that makes a difference in your health. And this routine's simplicity is its most lovely feature. You don't require costly procedures or intricate plans. The way your body functions, recovers, and rests can be drastically changed by taking a few deliberate actions before bed. This is what I suggest. Turn down the lights and allow your body to begin winding down about an hour before bedtime. Shut down all distractions, turn off your phone, and give your nervous system time to calm down. Next, take 400 to 500 milligrams of magnesium glycinate, also known as magnesium Threonate. Be accompanied by a small snack, such as a piece of cheese or a few almonds. This mixture facilitates absorption and avoids any gastrointestinal distress. Imagine taking a deep breath and allowing your body to heal itself overnight. Make your bedroom a sanctuary for restful sleep at the same time. Maintain a cool temperature, ideally 65 to 68 degrees. Your ally is darkness. It tells your brain to get ready for sleep by releasing melatonin. Steer clear of alcohol right before bed if you can. It depletes magnesium more quickly than anything else and prevents your body from getting a good night's sleep. Additionally, once you lie down, have faith in the process. Magnesium is quietly reviving the hormonal rhythm that gives you a sense of vitality, relaxing your muscles, and calming your mind. You'll notice minor changes in a matter of days, feeling lighter in the morning, going to sleep more quickly, and waking up less frequently. Week after week, that incremental progress becomes a true metamorphosis. Men who do this tell me, "Doctor, I feel strong again when I wake up." At my age, I didn't believe that was feasible. In actuality, it's not magic. When your body receives the proper support, it can finally do what it was made to do. There's more to this nightly ritual than just habit. Your body is receiving a signal that it's time to rebuild. We're not finished yet, though, because something much more potent starts to happen when your energy returns and your sleep becomes deeper. A complete restoration of self-assurance, fortitude, and enthusiasm for life. Let's wrap up there. In conclusion, if I've learned anything in my 30 years of helping men regain their vitality, it's this. One easy habit to regain your strength and sleep. Your body has the ability to heal itself. Your system may restore itself even after years of weariness, sleepless nights, and waning strength. All it needs is the proper environment and assistance. As a single vitamin before bed, magnesium could seem like a little matter. In actuality, though, it is the foundation of repair. It's the spark that rekindles your hormones, your sleep, and your inner confidence. Consider all that we have discussed. Men lose energy, testosterone production slows, and deep sleep becomes fragmented as they age. Your body is lacking a vital nutrient, not because it is malfunctioning. What time has taken is restored by magnesium. It helps you relax so you can get a good night's sleep once more. It restores your testosterone levels so you can wake up feeling powerful. Your energy and performance will naturally return as it restores blood flow. Additionally, you provide your body with the resources it needs to flourish long after the pills are gone when you combine it with zinc, vitamin D3, and a diet high in magnesium. After establishing this easy nightly routine, I've seen guys in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s change in only 1 month. The change is seen by their wives. Their physicians take note. Above all, though, they pay attention. With straighter shoulders, a clearer head, and brighter eyes, the man in the mirror starts to appear more alive. They walk purposefully, think clearly, and sleep deeply. And it only requires one choice: to treat yourself the way you are worthy. Therefore, take the initial 200 milligrams tonight before bed. Be patient, stick to your schedule, and let nature take its course. You'll notice a shift in your overall perspective on life in 30 days, not just in your physical health, because you regain your strength when you get enough sleep. And everything else comes after your strength comes back. Vigor, enthusiasm, self-assurance, and the subdued delight of being oneself once more. Start tonight if you're prepared to make that move. One habit, one nutrient, one significant change. Your body nevertheless retains its strength. You just need to give it a chance.